In today's mobile-first world, having the right social media approach can be make or break for your business. Today we're going to give you 5 tips to make sure you get the basics right. We've all witnessed thousands of brands like Airbnb, Gymshark, and ASOS use social media to propel themselves to the global brands you know them as today. But how? There's so much information out there about social media strategies and approaches that are called the right way or the best way or the only way. Truth is, there's lots of different ways you can do things. You have to find the way that works for you. But to find the way that works for you, you need to get the basics right first. So let's jump into the 5 basic things you need to know about social media marketing. 1. You need a strategy. My nan is convinced that all I do all day is put pretty pictures of flowers on the web for a living, but social media marketing is so much more than that. You need to be strategic to make an impact. Your content is an extension of your company's identity, so you should always be thinking about the best way to communicate that. Think about your positioning, your onlyness, what your business stands for. From there, you need to develop a strategy to make sure your content reflects those things. Don't forget guys, if you like this video, you can hit the like button down below to let us know. That way we know to make more content like this. You can also hit subscribe and turn the bell on for notifications. Anyway, let's jump back into point 2. 2. No 2 platforms are the same. Users go on Facebook for a different reason than they go on TikTok. Instagram is not the same as Twitter, and your social media strategy should see them as separate. For example, clients that want a presence on Twitter, we'd recommend for them to post on that platform multiple times per day. But that would be a terrible strategy for Facebook. Similarly, your audiences will vary from platform to platform. What your followers want to see on TikTok will be very different from what they want to see on Facebook. Keep this in mind not just when you plan your content and messaging, but also when you think about which platforms to prioritize for different things. 3. Create specific content for specific platforms. Coming off the back of point 2, your different strategies need to keep in mind how differently the platforms work from one another. Shooting a load of landscape video for Facebook and then hoping it'll work on your newly created TikTok account simply won't cut it. You need to understand platform nuances and best practice formats to achieve the best results. Alongside this, you'll want to think long and hard about putting the effort in to curate specific content for different platforms for one very important reason. If you post the same content across all of your social accounts on every platform, you give your audience no reason to follow you on any more than just one of your accounts. We'll go into more of this in one of our masterclasses. 4. Put yourself in your audience's shoes. Honestly, your followers do not care about the same things as you do. You might be really excited that you've changed your secondary brand color from a duck egg blue to a midnight blue, but I promise your followers do not care. Talking about a regional trade show you're attending won't matter to 95% of your audience who won't be there. Instead, think about why they follow you and what's important to them. Give them content they'll care about. When you're coming up with ideas, always look at it from their perspective instead of your own, and I promise you will get better results. 5. Have an actual goal. This comes full circle to our first point. If we don't tie our content to our business goals, we might as well just be putting pictures of flowers on Instagram like my nan thinks that I do. Posting for the sake of posting is not a strategy. Think about what your business is trying to achieve and then give your followers content that they want to see, but also ties into that. If your audience cares about sustainability, you can create a lot of content around that, and then tie it back to the fact that your packaging is sustainable, which brings in your business goal of driving sales.
Show me the money!
Bonus tip, don't run before you can walk.
It's really easy to get carried away with social media. There are so many platforms, each with dozens of different features. There's paid media, Instagram shopping, Facebook pixels, engagement pods, the list goes on. Start with the basics, get those right, and then look at where you want to scale. So that was 5 tips for social media marketing. If you think there's anything we missed out, leave them in the comments below. We also make a ton of other videos about branding and marketing. I'm sure there's something useful you'll find, so be sure to check those out. We're across all social platforms, so you can follow us from the links in the description. And remember, brave business owners and entrepreneurs learn new skills, test new ideas, and aren't afraid to fail. We'll see you next time.